Force it in as deep as you can.
Marsha.
Force it in as deep as you can.
Marsha.
Force it in as deep as you can.
Marsha.
A means fantastic.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it. And I'm gonna lactose intolerant. The second half of that word is dairy.
Did I do that?
Hey, welcome to Legit Yodeling. I'll be your yodeling in. No, hey, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It's me, Mike Lepre, King Mike L. Legit Paranormal Clips brought to you by LegitPodcast.com. It is 12/7/2023. 7 minus 2 is 5, minus 1 is 4. Christ almighty. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 2 is 4. 2 4s. Joining me is Sarah Parah Normal. How are you, Sarah?
That was some epic yodeling, buddy. I like it.
Yeah, that's yodeling and a half. I don't think that's possible. You can't half a yodel.
No.
I'm excited about tonight. Our guest is here. I can see them in the green room. I can actually see Rick in the green room. So I can see everybody's room. Almost like you don't remember Romper Room. You're too young for that. When they used to see people. Also got the video. Now, this is Paranormal Clips. Usually we review paranormal events or happenings like that, but it's a little bit different, isn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, I'm excited about this one as well. So we just happened to have Daniel Benoit on Legit Paranormal, and he was talking about his upcoming event in May, and he mentioned that he was going to have our guest performing at the event for the Cryptid Con. What?
So joining us is Block Island Rick, the man of the hour. Rick, how are we?
What's going on? I'm a little messed up. I don't know how you got the theme song that's playing in my head at all times to be the beginning of this show.
Yeah,
It freaked me out a little bit.
It's the soundtrack of your thoughts, Rick.
Yeah, that's when I wake up. Masha.
Yeah, and that's how it is when I make them. I just kind of pick stuff that I like, that I hear, and I'm like, I'll bring that all in. We'll see how it goes. But this one was just like, I got to get a yodel like that, get to that level.
You should talk more about how you, and everyone should like and subscribe, because King Mike L makes all the intros and the music, so they're different all the time, and you're so humble.
It's not humble. I'm just
I was kidding.
I'm a curmudgeon. So now, all right. So Rick, here's the thing about this. So our next guest, here's how my mind works. So Daniel Benoit is somebody I've known for years. A couple years ago, I went down to Fort Defiance, Virginia, for a Bigfoot con. It's like the second or third, I think. But anyways, just a real good guy. And he starts telling us about this upcoming event and how they're gonna have Moth Man there that's gonna dance. So now, just stop at that thought. I went, that's fantastic. What do you mean Moth Man dancing? And then it said, no, yeah, but he said something like, I had to make sure that Mothman knows not to curse. And then I went, wait a minute. What do you mean you have to tell Mothman not to curse? Like, no, I'm like, what the heck, right? And then it was, and we'll be honest, it's like, I think Mothman said, can I flirt? And he was like, yeah. And I'm thinking, that's even better for Mothman. Like, that's, holy cow, that's a lot. So joining us. Now, I don't know how you want to be identified, like as Mothman, or if you want to take the it's up to you. The stage.
You can use my legal name. That's Carla if you want
All
to, but I am the chaotic cryptid.
All right, chaotic
Love it.
cryptid Carla. That works. That's a bunch
Yes.
of C's, 3 C's, triple C. All right.
Well, K, it's a K for
oh, I'm
Carla.
sorry.
It's
Darn
okay.
it. Gosh darn it. Now, Carla, we're gonna play the video first.
Yes,
Right.
go ahead.
Now, let me explain. So after the show, we both find the video. I find it, she finds it, she sends it to me because we were so excited about hearing about it, right? So we had to see what it actually was. So now I watched it the first time, and so I was in a band at one point. We went to different cities. We played in front of crowds like that. So I know what the whole live thing is, and just the whole have to turn something on, become somebody different just to satisfy the whole thing. But you come you just come out, and it's all attention, and it's like I think you were doing Sarah was trying to inform me it was something that was used in another meme or something like that. I'm about
Yes,
84,
yes.
84,
So
I don't know.
let me explain the introduction.
Wait, don't explain anything.
Okay.
Rick's got to see it again.
But yeah, so the first part was a famous meme that went viral on TikTok this summer. And just to understand how viral it went, people were making fan arts of the drunken lady that was screaming, "That guy back there is not real." There's like fan arts and videos made with cryptids on the internet, and I just couldn't resist using that clip for my introduction.
You notice you Dennis Millard me. Rick, do you know what that means? Dennis Millard?
No.
I'm only 31. I don't know that much about US pop culture because I spent a chunk of my life in the UK, so
Oh, all right.
yeah. But I'm always down to learn more, older generational memes and references.
Hey, Atkins tumblers. Let me tell you what's great about Atkins tumbler. It keeps the hot stuff hot.
Mike, it keeps the cold stuff cold.
What else could you ask for in a tumbler?
I don't know. So here's the thing. Watch the video, and I gotta be honest. So the first time I watched it, I gotta tell you why, because I watched it twice. I had to watch it twice. Because the first time I watched it, there was a what the moment I had where I just had to walk away from it, and I had to gather my thoughts, because in my head, I'm like, this is gonna be something like the way he was saying it, I'm thinking this could be something really good. Like it's gonna be. And then when we saw it, it was beyond what I even imagined. And I'm a really weird person. So for me to not even imagine, pretty good. And I love that you own the silence or the applause. Like, you're just comfortable in it. And like just even doing something like that, performing, there's those moments where a joke doesn't land, something doesn't land, and there's that awkwardness. You just all right, here we go. You just plow right through it. It's all right. Listen, get it here, and I'm gonna do this. Oh, I guess let it play though.
Here now!
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
Believe, yes you can. Believe in the power of the Moth Man.
What can you even see?
Moth Man. Down, I said, Moth Man. Lift that man off the ground, I said, Moth Man.
Look.
Moth Man. There's a place you can go, I said, Moth Man. When you make your eyes glow, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find
Work in the crowd.
many ways to scare the hounds first. Cause you're a really big M-O-T-H, a really, really big M-O-T-H.
Unbelievable.
You have big flappy wings, pretty glowing red eyes, and the element of surprise that you're a really big M-O-T-H, a really, really big M-O-T-H.
Barely any room to even move.
You can swoop down on graves, you can land on some cars, you're a true Christian superstar. Moth Man, are you listening to me?
Still going.
I said,
Look,
Moth Man,
still me.
what do you want
Still
to
working.
be? I said, Moth Man, you can make real your dreams, but you've got to know this.
Clapping everybody
one
with a-
thing,
with a
no
finger.
man does it all by himself. I said, Moth Man, put your pride on the shelf and just go there to the woods of VA, 'cause it's time to make folk history. 'Cause you're a really big M-O-T-H.
This guy is like, I'm part of something now, and I had no idea.
You have big flappy wings, pretty glowing red eyes, and the
All right,
element
so
of...
I'm gonna pause it right here for a second because that, now, Rick, that's like halfway through the video, so it's a lot to digest. So this
Lots
is
of
how
digest there.
this is how we usually do it when we do videos, right? We watch the video, then we explain what we think. That's right. You're excited to have with us on May 25th at the Pennsylvania. I know what PA means. Myths and Legends Festival.
Awesome. Okay,
Rick,
Mike.
won't you be appearing as a legend?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you should. Anyways, back to this video. So all right, I found that the song, the Mothman song, all right, and I made a remix. I can't wait to. I'm gonna send that to you. I just do whatever you want with it. It's just clips of it, and it's just really weird and it's funny to me because I've made like a remix. First the song hits. Sarah, your first impressions when she comes walking out and talking. Now, if you didn't tell me that's what that was from a meme, I'm like, theater in the park. Yeah. This is incredible. There might be some Shakespeare. Like that's where I'm vibing. What did you think, Sarah?
Yeah, as soon as that played and then it clicked in my mind, like how brilliant that is and how much that fits with the whole Mothman thing. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. That was smart. Like
Rick?
I made $65 that night. That was the most I've ever made in a single show at that. It was a drag competition.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like open call casting. You sign up and then the audience decides. I did not win.
Well, you know why?
But
you know why?
Imagine.
You know why?
Why? Because people would rather
have the Mothman.
Yeah, and I'm Mothman, and you know, so
wasn't it a drag contest?
It was, yeah.
Yep, you broke the rules. You were a Mothman, so that's technically you lost. I get that. You lost.
Well, I mean, I made the most money, and people were having fun and laughing.
Yeah,
so
I don't think you lost.
And I was
I don't think so.
And I was raising money for the festival because it was like a couple of weeks before the actual festival in Point Pleasant, and I did go there, and yes, I did touch Shiny Heiny.
I don't think they know what that is.
It's a shiny hiney.
Rick, what did you think? What did you think?
So those who don't know, the Mothman statue, when you go to it, there's a tradition. You're supposed to give the Mothman, some of this is based on lore from the Fallout game, but you're supposed to give him a can of beans, pepperoni rolls, and Mountain Dew, and then you're supposed to go behind him, and he's very well sculpted in the rear region, and you're supposed to grab it, and you're supposed to touch it. It's like it's a there's a following and a culture about Mothman and the Mothman Festival and the statue. Like people were getting engaged in front of the statue when someone announced a pregnancy this year. It's a whole thing down at this festival.
Hold on, when is it? When is this festival?
So Point Pleasant, West Virginia has it the third weekend of September, rain or shine.
Okay, wait a minute.
Like a blast.
Wait a minute though. Wait a minute though. That ritual seems strange to me just based on the Mountain Dew.
And the pepperoni rolls.
Coca-Cola or Pepsi, that would have gave it more age. I would have been like, oh, that's from the 20s, maybe 30s. I don't know.
No.
Mountain Dew?
No, it's a West Virginia thing. Pepperoni rolls and Mountain Dew are a West Virginia thing.
No, I know, but you know why it's that and Mountain Dew? So that when everybody leaves it, somebody from West Virginia can go drink it and eat it, right? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know all of the lore behind the festival. I mean, I've gotten kind of new into this craze. I was actually introduced to Mothman from an old friend, and I would get her merchandise every so often, and then I just started getting into it because I went to the Galaxy Con in Richmond, Virginia, and someone was hosting a cryptid panel. And I asked a question, why has Mothman become such a thing on the internet? And she went on to explain that cryptids have been claimed by the queer community as their mascots. And I don't know if you can see, but like non-binary colors, you know, and everyone's saying that Mothman's a gay icon, and they're making all these memes that he is doing lewd things to people in parking lots of different restaurants. And I love it. I just love that people are taking this, all of them, like all the cryptids, like you've got the Fresno Nightcrawler, the Jersey Devil, Sasquatches. I mean, cryptids have just been claimed by the queer community, and I'm here for it. And, you know, that's why I wanted to perform at the drag bar, because I thought that that would be something that could unite everybody. But I guess it went over their head, you know, so I'm happy to perform at cryptid events because that's where people are going to be wanting to meet Mothman and such.
You know what? Here's the only thought in my head. It's not fair to claim all the cryptids. You could take half, leave us half. Like, in other words, Italians, old Italians, 50 or older. We should get our own cryptid. I want in on this then. Give me Frogman.
I mean, I'm not in charge of it. It's the younger communities. You know.
I get it.
He's messing with.
I'm just a curmudgeon.
Yeah, that's the autism in me not seeing that.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
It's the stupidity in me for saying it in the first place. Here's the thing. I saw the video, right, Rick?
I didn't know the meme.
All right.
So when I first was listening to it, I actually stopped it and went back and listened to it twice. And you know, I've seen enough people on a lot of drugs, so I wasn't sure if that was what was happening.
No.
Like, you didn't know if it was just
the meme where the actual first meme.
Oh yeah, the
And
lady on
then-
the plane.
I
Yeah,
don't know about her.
yeah. See, I still haven't seen the original meme, so I don't know. But then Mothman came in and rocked it, and that was it was amazing. It was pretty awesome.
So
Thank
look,
you.
here's the thing. So I used to watch other singers from bands to see what they did, like how they handled the crowd, and you would learn as you go. And you got to see bigger people take the stage. You would notice how they handled themselves, everything they did. And there's certain something about buying in. Like, you have to, the minute you walk up, if you're not 100% in on what you're about to do, it's going to show immediately to people watching, right? This I would never perform. I couldn't believe you were doing it. It was so unbelievable, but it's like I couldn't do that. And for a lot of reasons. I couldn't put it over my head. I wouldn't be able to see. You dance on a little space. You were into it the whole time. Like, it's fantastic to see somebody that committed to something.
I have been performing on and off for 4 years. I have gone through different personas. This is one of my 3 current ones right now. I have there's Carla's Queen. My name's Carla, my own queen. You know, that's for more like adult performances. Then I've got the Morgan, and that's for witchy, spiritual kind of performances. And then Chaotic Cryptid, that is for me and my inner gremlin. You know, but letting people, you know, just like let people be like, oh, I want to hug the Mothman and I want to dance around and just have fun. But I'm at least, you know, respecting people's spaces. So it's just more about being silly and goofy. And thankfully, when I had brought it to people, they said, you've got the blackface makeup on, you're a Mothman, it's not going to be anything bad. So to me, that was like, okay, so I can take this out more, because that was one of my big concerns. But thankfully, people are okay. They like, oh, it's Mothman. It's a cryptid. It's not minstrel, you know, that sort of thing.
It's not. It's technically not. In my opinion, it's technically not blackface because you're a Mothman.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're
No,
not
but
portraying a race, right?
This bar is in Arlington, Virginia, and it's really near DC. And I've experienced people in the drag scene in DC, and they will get mad at just about anything.
Oh,
But then again, But then again, we could be talking about any group that's in
Yeah.
our lives, and they
Yeah.
have people that get mad about anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But no, I want people to just. I would like people. I was just like, okay, everyone's cool with it, and then I did it, and I was going to be doing more shows, but then I just got kind of caught up with life, and then I tried to fix my costume into something else, and it's been ruined because of that, and I don't always have the money to get new stuff, and then just life happened. But I'm so excited that Daniel Benoit has not only invited me after I showed him the video, but also Squonkapalooza in Johnstown, Pennsylvania in August. They've invited me as well to perform at their event.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
So that makes me happy that, hey, you know what? Maybe I might not fit in the drag scene, but in the cryptid convention scene, I am happy to be a Mothman. And if people want to hug me, or if they want me to flirt with them, and I don't know, pose pictures and just do all that kind of cute stuff. I mean, hey, I'll pose if you want to pretend to propose to Mothman or get married to Mothman, because people say Mothman's my boyfriend, and there's love songs to Mothman on the internet. And I mean, the
Look,
culture's there,
it just takes guts to just go out there and be I'm Mothman. But the thing is, once you are Mothman, it's carte blanche. You can do whatever you want
Yeah.
because you're Mothman. You can just blame it on Mothman. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like,
you can-
I didn't do that. Slap that guy in the back of the head. That was Mothman. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
you know
I
what
try
mean?
to lift people off the ground all the time if I'm Mothman. I'm like, hey, but I don't do anything that is like, I don't touch certain areas because I don't like that area being touched. But if people were like, hey, but I know my limits. I know, so.
Yeah, you should also throw powder in their eyes.
What,
Blind them.
Mike?
Oh, it's Mothman. I
Um,
think you should be a little bit dangerous. Rick, don't you think there should be a little danger with Mothman? Maybe some powder.
No, because I actually have vision problems, and I know what that's like to have
Yeah.
stuff.
I
in
like
your-
what the chaotic cryptid, the way that they're going with this.
All right, but wait, what if you sneaked up behind somebody and you slap both their ears at the same time and you try to
No.
like mess with their eardrums? Mothman might do that though. I'm not saying you. I'm saying Mothman might do that because he's, that guy. You never know with him, right?
I mean, I would say I have Mothman in me. But I wouldn't. I don't do things even in character that I wouldn't do to myself, or I would not want people to do to myself.
That's like the golden rule. That's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Do
Yeah,
unto others what you would do unto you.
Yeah, I always
I like
think
how
of,
Mothman isn't risque, but isn't opposed to being a little risque. That's what
Like
I'm
if
picking
you
up.
ask me, I will do it. But if you're not, I'm not doing it unprovoked.
so Mothman's not pushy,
No.
But Mothman's down.
but Mothman's down. Yeah.
Yeah, Mothman is happy to do whatever you want, but just within limits.
So, all right.
You've opened my eyes already to Mothman. Is that a thing?
I actually joke that I have been converted to the Church of Mothmanism.
Oh, Mothmanism. All right, I was right. Oh.
Yeah, I joke. It's just I take the culture of Mothman and the queer community and what he's done and what people are doing, and I'm like, it's cute, it's a joke, I love it, and I'm happy to promote it because I think in this day and age we all need a really good laugh.
Hell yeah.
The greatest thing you can be is silly. And
Yeah.
I say that to everybody all the time. It's like one of the best qualities that you can still have is
Mhm.
be silly and to laugh. Because when that happens, it can't be that bad. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
some people can't be silly. They get too grown up to be silly.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
I have a
Go ahead. Good. Whoever wants to go first?
Which one?
Sarah. Go ahead.
Sarah.
Well, I was just going to say, you guys, I found the original video of the lady on the plane if you want to watch it real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Please.
Why not? Yeah, why
All
not?
right. Let's see.
You know what's awful though? I saw a woman get punched on a plane.
Ooh.
Yeah, but what happened was, here's the thing that I didn't get. She slapped the guy and then stood there and yelling at him, and the guy just was like doing a countdown. Who does a countdown? It was just messed up the whole thing. It really wasn't.
ready?
All right, go ahead.
Let's see if I can make it
Large. There it is.
large.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, look at us.
Oh,
It's gonna be
already
right behind
played.
this lady. This lady be right behind us. You gotta get better than dial-up, dude.
So weird now.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off.
What happened? It's
You're
gonna
buffering.
buffer.
Yeah, I know. You got to get a better than
I'm
calmer
buff-
60.
And there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck in everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it.
Oh man, what is going on with the internet?
I don't give two but I am telling you.
Drunk. She's drunk.
She says, "I'm telling you right now." She thinks that there's a ghost in the back.
Right now, that mother.
It's not gonna.
That mother back there is not real.
You get the gist of it.
No, rewind it for a second. See if it plays better. If you rewind it and then play because it'll buffer.
Let's see if it'll.
It
I
should
don't
work.
know.
That's how
It's still
computers work.
buffering.
No, that's how a computer works.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the.
Getting so weird now.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the.
It's
And there's a reason why I'm getting the. And everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it.
So wait a minute. Time out. Just pause it.
But I am
Pause
okay.
it. Here's a question from Moth Man. So were you were playing this exact audio track?
Yeah, I was. So let me
That's
tell
the
you,
voice.
I've learned a couple tricks thanks to Googling because what I like to do is make my own music by taking snippets of audio that I download from YouTube. You can do what's called you can take a link from YouTube and then you can put it through
YouTube to MP3.
YouTube
player.
MP3,
Mhm.
download that,
Mhm.
and then I have what's called Soundwave Music Audio
And you
Maker.
drag it there and you
It's
cut it up.
free.
Yep.
And then I cut it out. But what I did in this case was because that is censored, I had downloaded it from TikTok, which is where it came from originally.
Okay.
So it was not. So it was the original video that was uncensored through TikTok, and and so yeah, I just choppy chop, and then I put in believe, yes you can believe in the power of the Mothman because I wanted people to understand what was going on a little bit before it started. I am glad that people thought it was funny when it went Mothman instead of Young Man, and I love seeing the reactions of people just laughing and they think it's campy as heck.
What's the sing your part again?
Mothman.
No.
There's
The intro thing. The intro thing.
That song.
Yeah.
The intro goes believe, yes you can believe in the power of the Mothman.
All right.
It also goes on to like Mothman.
Can I
believe in ya?
hear me out. You gotta do a hard pause. Sorry that I'm from the Northeast. Pause before you say Mothman. Give it another beat. Sing that again, and then when you're about to stop, you're about to say Mothman, just stop, and on the next beat, say Mothman. Like give him some space. Try that again. I mean that's it.
Believe, yes you can believe in the power of the Mothman.
I'd even hold it more. I'd even hold it a little bit longer. I'd be like, believe in the power of the Mothman. Bam, bam, whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying, like, I would hang people on that note. You have them there.
That's actually another song that I've been able to find on Instagram sometimes when you type in Mothman looking up for tracks. So none of that music was mine. I just chopped it up. I just downloaded everything and chopped it up to make it into a track because the limit at that show is no more than 5 minutes. And then they'll shut off your music.
I see a potential collaboration there, Mike. You and the Chaotic Cryptid.
I cannot sing, but I am always happy to give credits to everybody and where I got the tracks from because I don't steal that stuff. I take them, I edit them up, and then make them into an MP3. And then I have to give them an MP3 for that.
Wait,
yes,
you understand this? We're not gonna. Hey, balloons. we wouldn't be singing. We would do rap. Because let me tell you something, there's nothing better than Mothman rapping, and like just the poses and like the Mothman would rap. I think you could rap. I think you could pull it off, and I think it'd be unbelievable if Mothman didn't sing. He rapped.
I used to perform Ice Ice Baby quite a bit when I was a different persona.
I used to perform Ice Ice Baby quite a bit. That's a fantastic thing to just say, like because. I mean, I love when Vanilla Ice came out. My wife will swear she hated him from day one, but I thought he was great. And then, he got sued, and after that didn't go well. But that's fantastic. You performed that song. So, Rick, aren't you a little impressed by the
All of it.
Yeah, just having the way
All of
with
it. I
all
love
go.
the
You know what?
costume. I love the attitude.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're taking this to higher levels, different shows.
Well, I mean, I would love to do more shows. I just because I've been taking some downtime, it's just not always easy to reach out to people. And I like there's a very specific crowd in Maryland, and they don't all Maryland, DC, and Virginia. They're not always looking for things like this. But I am thinking about reaching out to the Lunar Fair in the future, which is in New Jersey.
You got to hear me out for a second, right? I feel like I'm talking to Clark Kent, and he has like the Superman costume on the bar, and he's telling me, I could be a superhero. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You got the suit. Like, what are you talking about? You could do, like, first of all, it should be hashtag dancing Mothman, because that's literally what will separate you, right? First off. Secondly, Mothman should do dancing TikToks. Who?
I do have a TikTok account.
No, but just Mothman dancing. Different places, different songs. Sometimes it's something horrible in the background. Sometimes it's funny, but he's always dancing. People would love you dancing. Sarah, tell me I'm wrong.
No, that would actually be incredible. Like, just, how somebody might have a TikTok account and then their dog, Mr. Curmudgeons or whatever, has their own. If Mothman just had their own little separate.
Well, I
Mothman.
do want to give a shout out to the people who did inspire me to take this further, and that was Off-Brand Mothman and Walmart Mothman on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
They kind of did it first, and
Yeah,
then
but
I decided to do a different version because because they're doing more capey with tablecloths and bed sheets. So their Mothmans are more of a like indistinguishable figure. Whereas I wanted to be like, hey, let me be able to use my hands and you can see my body and things like that.
You're actually more of a character.
Yeah.
Like in other words, you're not the Mothman isn't what I pictured the real Mothman to look like. I mean, that's obvious. So just be your Mothman. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what's great about your thing is that, like, you're like, this is what my costume is. I'm Mothman.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. I'm telling you, you should do a TikTok and there should be Mothman dancing all the time. That would make people happy if they always saw videos of Mothman dancing. Rick, don't you think that's a good idea? Rick?
I like all the ideas. Just as long as Mothman is doing their thing, I'm gonna watch.
I mean, I've been trying to do this where it's from the Go Gettas. They were doing a bit where they were talking about what if cryptids were doing regular live things, and then they said the example was what if Mothman was working the diner and people were like, what? Why is there moth dust in my burger? And then they're like, we have hairnet. We don't know how to deal with you. Wear a garbage bag. Oh, a garbage bag. Now you're going to tell me that, I'm in the back because everyone's creeped out by my eyes. Then there's awkward silence. That's the reason, isn't it? I mean, I would love to dance. Like, it's just my costume is ruined and I just haven't been able to find the money to set aside to buy it off of Amazon, but I still have the makeup and everything. Oh, and my wings got destroyed, so I need to remake those.
You need to remake those. I would have flipped that skit, and I would have had another cryptid complaining about working up front, and then he would complain about how a Mothman gets away with everything, and you would look into the back, and all you would see is the red eyes. That to me would be funny too. Right? Because
the only one I can think of maybe doing that would be like the Fresno Nightcrawler or the Flatwoods Monster, which I have been wanting to do looks for those specifically as well. I don't want to just be Mothman. I was going to do maybe Jersey Devil at some point and try and get into New Jersey, and then people will be like, oh my God, it's a Jersey Devil. Like, in New Jersey, we get to see it. And it's not just because I've been to the Pine Barrens, and that's... I did feel like I was being watched in those Pine Barrens. Like something was watching me and a girl that I was with back in September.
Oh,
in Jersey?
What, in New Jersey? Yeah, I went to
somebody was probably watching you from somewhere.
Yeah.
No. What I want to say is the Jersey Devil. I don't know if you're going to be able to play the Jersey Devil, because the Jersey Devil would, in my opinion, tell everybody to off. like the Jersey Devil has an attitude that's from Jersey. And the Jersey attitude is like, oh, you guy, with your hands a lot, all that stuff, like the arm.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw somebody go yourself? Like that's what that's a Jersey thing. So you'd have to incorporate all those Jersey. Watch The Sopranos, right? And listen to Bruce Springsteen,
Mhm.
a little Bon Jovi, and there you go. You'll be all set for it. But you gotta have an attitude. Could you pull that off?
I mean, I don't know. If I was asked to, I could try, but I'm more like if somebody wants to come and hug me because I'm their favorite cryptid, then yes, I will let them hug me and take a picture.
It's nice.
Sorry. Is the thing that everybody's just nicer than I expect people to be? Because like she's generally want like I'll hug them if they come, and I'm thinking, when you want to stay in character as the Jersey Devil and just like push people away and knock over their food and you went by their table. Would one cryptid have to be like that? No, never. There's not one cryptid that gets to be like Don Rickles and walk around messing with people and not being funny, but at their expense. Take a fry.
You know what? The one that I do think of is the Loveland Frogman. But let me explain why.
Please
because
do.
This is my song when I think of him. It's this remix of Alex Jones from InfoWars, and he's going, I don't like to put chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay.
Oh,
Do you understand that? Turn the freaking frogs gay. I don't like the chemicals. Let me say it real loud. Gay frogs.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be the next one.
And just dancing and just be like, okay, I'm a gay frog because I'm a gay Loveland Frogman because they put chemicals in the water,
Yeah, no,
that is awesome.
That might be one of the dumbest rants I've ever heard a person start to go on. Because here's the worst part of how dumb he is. What he had written in front of him was basically just saying it was making like frogs just not have any distinguishable type.
Yeah.
And he, as a jerk, takes that information and starts yelling what you just said. And you hear that, you think this guy's an idiot on so many levels for saying
But
it.
now the Chaotic Cryptid has this material, so thank you, Alex.
I've been looking for a frog costume because I want to just take that clip because that's on YouTube and just be like, just dancing and being like, acting, but it really is all about just trying to make sure I have the money set aside to go and do these things and then travel. Cause I live in a part of Maryland where I am near Pennsylvania, near Delaware. I'm near Baltimore. And then where I've been going before is like an hour and 30 minutes away or more, which is Virginia a lot of times. But I'm always happy to spread out if people are willing to pay me well, I was actually invited to a show in Harrisonburg, I think.
Harrisburg.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania. Yeah, because they have like a drag competition there every month, but I didn't see the invite in time to be part of it. And I think they keep inviting me every month when they do see me, but I'm just like, so their show is supposed to be tomorrow, but I'm going with my husband to go and see a movie by Miyazaki, so that's not happening.
Can I ask you about the contest? It's not an actual contest, right?
So
it's more of
the contest. So the contest that I was performing at is called the Zodiac Contest, which is hosted at Freddy's Beach Bar in Arlington. They also have a location in Delaware, but that one is closed during the winter. The contest is the first Sunday of the month. It is open call. And what they do is they have the previous winners or the host or like the winner of the last pageant, which basically they collect someone from every month that they host the pageant, and the audience picks the winner. So you could get up to you could get up to like 6 people in a time. And then they will introduce the new people that are like who are in the lineup. So by the time that they are done with their lineup, they have 2 shows and then they have a pageant. And then the winner of the actual pageant becomes Miss or Mix Zodiac of the next year. So I was competing in that contest for about a year, and then it just kind of drained on me because I've gotten second place a couple times, but it's always like the actual like the drag queens that wear the fake gear and the heavy makeup and the wigs, and they can do things like bending over or splits, and I can't do that stuff. So I've gotten second place several times, but I've never gotten first, and it just kind of I just had to take a break.
So wait, so is it by crowd applause or is
It's
it
by crowd applause, and the problem is that not to air my skeletons in the closet on live. I don't have that.
No, please do.
I don't have that many friends who live
Oh.
in this state or in this
Oh,
area
so, yeah.
that would be able to go, because that's how a lot of these other people have won, is they've been able to get tables of people to come to their events, and then they scream and like bang their chest and the table like animals. That's how they win. And I don't have that, because most of my friends who would want to go to these events live in other parts of the country and other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah,
tried?
it becomes like a popularity contest.
It's literally a popularity contest, and everyone wants a stereotypical drag queen, and I actually really don't care for RuPaul's Drag Race or any of that stuff. Honestly, I don't care for most of drag culture. I especially think like this when they're doing the hand thing like that. I'm like, what are you doing?
Well,
what do it makes me think of autistic stimming when they have the happy hands, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. So
They don't know what you're talking about, but I completely know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't. I've probably been to more drag shows than you guys. I would gather.
Well, I'm asking questions. I wanted to know something. First off, could you pipe in your own audience applause?
No.
Oh, come on. You can't set it up so that when the audience starts to applause, you hit a button and it makes the music play, just because I can get you.
I mean, I've tried to have friends either bang stuff or they're playing like the boo, 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 like the air horns on their phones, but it's on the phone that's not loud enough, and people are not banging their instruments loud enough. But because these people will bang tables and scream and go animalistic, and I don't have that. The last time I had a party at one of these shows, I had like 10 people there, and they didn't cheer like animals. They just did like this, and I'm like,
yeah, but check it. So, you're basically saying that you're coming in second to people that people that are doing the most stereotypical, and it's like any of those contests, man. It could be like, again, like just guys named Bill, and they come out and they dance, and whoever does the most outrageous stuff out of those guys named Bill, the audience usually applauds for. And then
they're doing things like contorting their bodies, and they're doing splits.
But you keep coming in second.
Not always. Sometimes, but
check
not
me.
always. But
even just second, to me, dressed like Moth Man is winning the pageant.
Yeah,
So come in second to someone that's exactly what they're talking about, like how the dress, the makeup, and you're Moth Man.
But believe it or not, the hosts of the show who have seen me do different things throughout the previous season, even they're like, yeah, we want you to win. We want you to win so bad because you have talent, you have charisma, you know what you're doing, but the audience wants the status quo. And that's one reason why I've decided to take a break from going to that place, because it's burning gas on my car, because it's like, it's almost 80 miles one way to get to that bar. It's almost 80 miles one way to get to that bar, because I live in Harford County. And
well, I think that you now that you know that the cryptid community loves you
they
and
hire
wants
me,
you.
they want to pay me, and I'm happy to be part of that. And I'm
so
happy.
maybe you found your niche now.
I feel like I have, and what I'm really happy about is that there's a guy named Brian Goodman, and he's trying to open up what's called the Open Call Oddities Museum in Havre de Grace in Harford County. He basically had acquired a bunch of stuff from the Gettysburg and the Baltimore Dime Museums, and he's trying to build his own little oddities museum. And he has said, hey, if you want to include a couple pieces of stuff that you've made, because I've actually made cryptids of my own out of taxidermy.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm even more interested.
Yeah, actually, so one of them is like right up there because I'm in my bedroom. It's just basically divided by a curtain. If you just gave me like 2 seconds, I could pull it down. It's a very
please.
Oh
Please
yeah,
do.
please
cryptid.
do.
Kidding me? You take
Okay.
all the time you need.
2 seconds.
We're gonna bring down a cryptid you made. Take all the time you need. Sarah, have you ever made a cryptid? Because I would love to.
Have I
take mine.
made? No, I have not. But
Rick?
in Tampa, we have a cryptid drag just for cryptids.
Holy,
Ooh,
that's a beaver raccoon.
It's called a bead coon.
a beacoon.
Yes. It's a bead coon. Now let me explain this because I used to be a fan of a show called iCarly. And they had an
Me too.
episode where they
Me
went
too.
to go find Bigfoot in Washington State. But Carly's brother Spencer was looking for the bead coon.
Yeah. That's right. He was.
So this is his bead coon.
Let me tell you something, right? And I'm
And
gonna
I
dead
want
on.
him to say this so badly, but I've never seen him go to a Comic-Con before.
I love iCarly. I really love that show.
It's a bead
I love the beef coon.
yay wide and yay, it's like yay wide and yay long. Head of a
My
beaver, body
My
raccoon.
favorite was
And it looked
Gibby.
at me and it went.
Yeah. So all right. So Gibby was my favorite on that show, but that thing right there, right? Now,
Yeah.
You know, people are scared of ghosts and stuff like that. But ghosts are transparent. You know, I may be able to walk through them. I don't know. If I saw that thing though, like in my yard, now, Rick, now I'm scared. That's real fear right there. A beef coon coming at me because I'm thinking the first couple of seconds I'm gonna go, what is that? What is that? A beaver? A raccoon? By the time I figure it out, it's already on my neck. You know what I mean? Is that a beaver?
Yeah.
Beaver? Ah! And that's it.
And I made this from scratch.
That's
I believe you did.
I bought the pelts and I bought the raccoon body and the beaver form too. And I cut the head off the form and then I had to like sculpt it because the head was a lot smaller. And then this had to be carved a bit because it was too big in some areas. And then
Hold on. Can you say that all again?
So I made this from scratch. I bought a beaver pelt and a raccoon pelt, and I bought a raccoon form and a beaver form, and I had cut the head off of the beaver form. It's made of like a hard foam. That's
So
why
like it's like a taxidermy.
yeah. This is taxidermy, and then I just whittled it down and made it so that way the head could get there. These are fake teeth a fake mouth set that you could get, fake eyes, and then sewed it up and put feet into the clay after I hydrated them. And then this has a tail, a wire in it for the tail.
First off,
That's
phenomenal job. Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Biggest question though is where does one buy pelts?
You can actually go on the internet, and then sometimes if you know fur trappers, I know one in Havre de Grace. That's where I got the beaver from. The raccoon I got from the trapper that's in Havre de Grace, but the beaver I got online. I cannot remember exactly, but I guess he gets animals and then he'll skin them and tan them, and then people can buy them so that way they don't have to do the dirty process of skinning and tanning, and then they can work on something. And essentially it's like they didn't kill the animal themselves, they just made the final product.
Cool.
You know, so
I think whoever killed it it doesn't matter. That's at some point, you know what I mean? It's a beef coon now. I mean, it's probably accomplishing something it's never dreamed it could.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, it's I want Jerry Trainer, Spencer Shea, to see the beef coon at some point. I really want him to, and I hate the fact that they had canceled that reboot because I thought that maybe he would go to Comic Cons and then I could get him to see it and get a picture with him because he probably would be like, "This is real. You made this. This is really impressive." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I made it."
They couldn't get what's her face to come back.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It was her, how bad she felt it was being there the whole time. Like she didn't want to go back to that part of her life. And it was, but come on, you didn't want to see her walk out on that screen once on the reboot thing? Like I was waiting for her, like, oh, just let her walk out once and stand next to Carly and just walk off. Like I just want to see them together again.
Some people just don't want to. If she was working on her book most likely, and I think that it was just too painful. And I really do understand that. I can't be around certain groups of people that I used to hang out with when I years ago, because I have a lot of nasty memories associated with those people as well.
Life. That's how life
Yeah.
works. That's literally how life works. I only think I'm being selfish because I just want to see them together on screen again.
No, I understand. I mean, they still talk. They're friends. They just didn't want to share the screen in that situation.
You guys, by the way, Sarah and Rick, you have no idea what an iCarly fan I am. Like, I had to watch all those shows in that time period. But I have twins, a boy and a girl, and there were certain shows they would agree on, right? And when they would find one they would agree on, even Dora the Explorer. I hate to say this, I would catch myself at night sitting down. I put on TV and I would put on like iCarly or like whatever the kids were watching, and I don't know why. And the iCarly thing was so funny because it was actually a funny show. A lot of those shows aren't really funny; they just kind of cute and laugh. But those people on that show were all. First of all, he's an incredible comedian, taking falls, that kind of stuff.
Jerry Trainer, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. He's got a bit of Jim Carrey in him. Like that's kind of how he is. But even the other ones, the physical stuff they used to do, like again, Gibby was my favorite character because he just had his shirt off. He would just take his shirt off and just say his name, Gibby. That's it. That's the whole catch thing. And I was like, this is brilliant. It's brilliant.
So hold on. I got a question. Now you said you've made more than one.
I have made other animals. Yes.
You just even if you don't have them, I'd love to just hear what else you got.
Yeah, I like to hear the names of what you put together.
Okay, so I recreated some famous persons as scavenger hunt hybrid creatures, and I actually won a trophy for one of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was it?
So I can get the creature right now.
Please.
Yes, please.
You know what? Unbelievable. A beef coon so far, and I'm going to write down the name of the next one. These now exist in my head, right? I'm going to go beef coon hunting.
Incredible.
Could they? Yeah. Do I need a license to go beef coon hunting? Because technically,
I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists. What's this? Oh my goodness!
Fox, falcon, eagle, foxy eagle.
It's called a wooster. It's supposed to be half wolf, half rooster.
It's a wooster.
I get to be honest.
There's a little trophy I won. Best in whimsy.
All right. Honestly, though, that's a fooster. That's a fox and a rooster.
Well, I couldn't get a wolf,
No, I know, but I'm really saying what you put together is actually, technically, DNA-wise, probably a fooster. That's a fox.
It's freaking cool.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you should be selling these things.
It's unbelievable.
Maryland has laws that don't work with my beliefs. And I don't have really places to practice my stuff thanks to my parents living in HOA neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it's like a Board of Health thing?
Yeah.
No,
and they're always complaining about smells. So, but I made a lot of my animals when I was living on my own at one point.
Where in the UK?
People would buy those things for sure.
I lived in an area in Cambridgeshire. When I was like, what was it? 3 to 12. And then I left in 2005, August of 2005.
Is that south near London?
No, it's north actually.
Is it in the Lake District?
East Anglia. East Anglia.
Yeah, my family's from Yorkshire. So
okay.
Yeah.
What a small world. Here's the thing.
But
you should make those for pre-order.
I can't.
Why? Yes, you can.
I'm on disability.
Oh, I gotta tell you how to work.
How we do that in Rhode Island.
Let me explain how Maryland DNR works, and I actually to get
Maryland
into this.
Oh, Maryland's freezing you.
Maryland DNR say that in order for me to make profit off of taxidermy, the animal has to be shot or fished, tagged by a licensed hunter, brought to me, commissioned. Then basically what will happen is that they commission me, they could give me some money, but then they may forget to pick it up. And I might call them. And what happens is that they don't pick it and I can't get rid of it. It might have to wait several years for it to get rid of. Not only can I not just get rid of it, I can't sell it. I sell taxidermy. That taxidermy commission. You cannot take something from roadkill, which this is what this was, the fox was, and then the rooster was a gift. I can't. They say basically I can't take with permits and then turn it and then roadkill, take it taxidermy and then sell it. Those are the laws in Maryland, and I know them.
Can I tell you something?
And
you know too many laws. You know too many laws, and you talk to too many people about selling.
I had to talk to DNR, and DNR will check in on you. They will check in on you like to everything's okay and that you're not breaking rules and things like that. Is we know this stuff. I had a run-in with DNR where I was trying to steer that didn't have tags. I didn't know the time and on Craigslist, and then they tried to set up a sting and then get me to come to the sting. I did. They came to my parents' house. They took there and they gave me paper ticket warnings, and then they said if I had shown up to this thing selling this deer, which was a doe and I got it from some guy for free. That's why you have to gift things. You can't give them away for free, gifting. And if I had shown up, they would have $500. Said that they were going to keep an eye on my social media for a couple of years.
All right. So
first Maryland DNR is one of the strictest DNRs in the country.
All right. But first off, everyone you made, you would technically tell them you gifted. That takes care of them. Secondly, you would set up some sort of fund or donation thing that these people could generously donate to that happens to be you, but they could donate to said thing. And then you'd be gifting them still. This is all allegedly. I don't want to be arrested for giving you this kind of advice allegedly, but that's what you're supposed to do.
No, I don't. I need a permit, and I don't do things most people want. What was all happening? It was 2014 through 2017, and only recently has taxidermy and all those oddity conventions really taken off.
They're brilliant.
I would. So, Carl, you're breaking up. You're breaking up a little.
Me.
Your videos. You're coming in and out, so we're trying to piece together everything you're saying. But check this out for a second. I would.
Yeah, my batteries. I need a charging cable.
I would still.
Oh, that's okay.
So if you can.
Well, no, we're going to end in 3 minutes anyways. We're wrapping up with the next show at 9:05.
Yeah, why don't you let her?
We run by now.
Okay.
Here's what I want to see though is.
Okay.
Wouldn't you keep making those and just have them because they would always sell. Like those things.
They are great.
Yeah.
They are Moth Man. Those are some very cool things.
Well, I had on that one. I had help on that, and I don't always have money to buy pets.
Yeah. I get it, but if it does work out, man, keep on doing those
and
things.
The thing is
they
that
are really
players
cool.
do this thing where I mean, I love dying deer. That's one of my favorite things, and I got inspired to do that from our dearly departed. And I do make soft mounts occasionally. I put skulls on their faces, so those are cryptids right there, But I don't think there's a problem with me stuff from pieces on the internet that I purchased. Animals, that's where the problem lies.
I thought that's what the internet was for, to buy parts of animals.
And then DNR is impossible to communicate with.
I got to meet this whole DNR system.
So I need a yeah.
Go ahead. Let me ask you this. What would you like to say to wrap up? Where can people catch your stuff? What do you got going on?
So, the PA Misogynist festival that May of next year, and then I have Squonkapalooza in Johnstown, Pennsylvania on August 10th. I have been invited to both. If anybody want me to their events, you are more than welcome to hit me social media accounts, which are Chaotic Cryptid Drag, and that is TikTok, that is Facebook, and that is Instagram.
All right.
And I am happy to travel if you.
You listen.
I'm happy to do your event as long as you give me some kind of booth to do stuff with.
What if they pay you in pelts? 3, 2.
It depends on how far I have to. Then that's fine. Like if I'm in Pennsylvania, Delaware, or Maryland, New Jersey, cool.
Okay.
But otherwise, I do want money, and I do want maybe some.
Yeah, they should pamper Moth Man.
What is it?
They should give pamper, like take care of Moth Man, like throw roses when you walk.
Yeah, pamper Moth Man.
And Moth Man, all the time.
Yeah, if anyone's out there watching this, besides liking and subscribing this video, and you have some extra pelts, get in touch with the Chaotic Cryptid here, and ship them out.
Yeah. Pelts. I'm happy to work on fox cryptids because I like putting fox skulls onto pelts instead of the face. It's the skull with the ears attached to, and then it's like stuff with polyfill, and those are soft mounts. Skull face. I'm really good at those.
All right. Moth Man, we're gonna do a quick wrap up, and I gotta wrap up the show. I gotta get to the next one. I'm just one of those. Sarah, what do you got to say to wrap up?
Thank you for coming on. I mean, I made an audible gasp when I first heard you were out there, and so I appreciate it. Stay tuned if you're watching. Up next on Paranormal 101, we have a special guest, Sarah G, Witch MD. She's going to talk to us about how exactly do you start being a witch, and how do witches help in paranormal investigations? So,
I want to know if she has ruby slippers. Rick, anything?
I do. Chaotic Cryptid, it was really, really a pleasure meeting you. I love your style. I love what you're doing. Hug the Moth Man. And guys, I am out of here, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.
Safe travels. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. The only reason I don't have my Atkins tumbler is because it's packed in my suitcase, ready to go on vacation with me. Because
Awesome. Take pictures of it on vacation.
I will. Absolutely.
Yeah, take it in different scenarios. Yeah, that'd be funny.
All right. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
Later, Rick. So Carla, thank you for coming on. I think you have great ideas, right? You got to go just follow them through. Like the best thing I heard was what's the word for it? When you do something constantly. Oh, it was that you have to love what you hate to do, like turn into like enjoying all like the work. You need to push the TikTok, the character, everything, because I'll tell you this, there's something about that video that when I saw it, and I mean, I'm like, I've seen so many videos now, I'm like just dead to them. I saw that, I'm like, what am I watching? And then that's what you need to do to people. I believe.
Yeah, and it's more than the video. It's
her,
the person too.
You moving, just dancing, slapping hands, just everything is so fun. It's like that they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing right here. This is amazing. And so really keep pushing it. You're on to a lot of great ideas. Even the taxidermy stuff.
I appreciate it. I will be selling legal taxidermy at both festivals. And I have checked with Maryland DNR, and what I would be doing is legal. Like I would be selling ugly barnacles to people if they wanted them.
Ugly barnacles.
You need to leave Maryland.
I would love to leave Maryland and go to Pennsylvania.
Go underground. There's got to be like a black market underground taxidermy. Make your own cryptid type. The darknet. What's it called?
Sarah, if you want an ugly barnacle, you can DM me. I will get you an ugly barnacle. It's a SpongeBob reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Okay. Awesome.
I like SpongeBob. So I'm gonna do the wrap up. Thank you so much for being here. So for the Chaotic Cryptid, for Block Island, Rick, Sarah Parah Normal, it's me, Michael King, Mike Elders with Legit Paranormal Clips brought to you by LegitPodcast.com. Stick around for Legit Paranormal 101.